my god, I sound terrified, which I am, but I was hoping to be able to hide it, apparently not. This is going to be my Authortube Newbie Tag, which I have wanted to do for years, but I am terrified that someone I know will find it. You know what, I'm just going to start because I am really, really scared right now. I don't know what to look at on my phone because it feels natural to look at me, but the camera's at the side and I don't know, is this more normal or is this more normal? Anyway, so the first question is, how did you find out about Authortube? I really don't know how to answer this one. I've been watching it for years. I guess it just popped up one day and yeah. What an interesting answer. What genres do you write in? Fantasy. Adult fantasy, usually epic fantasy / high fantasy. Fantasy. What is your preferred writing tense, point of view and category of story? So my preferred writing tense, I guess, is past tense. That's generally the norm for fantasy. It's what I've almost always written in and it's what I usually read. Not through specifically looking for books in past tense, more so because I mostly read fantasy and most fantasies in past tense. What else was it? Point of view. Does that mean, with that question, do they mean first person or third person, or do they mean, do you like single POV or multi-POV? I'll answer both. I prefer third person. I have nothing against first person though. Actually my favourite book ever, the majority of it's in first person. My arm aches, this is why I should have found something to put this on. Oh dear. Okay. Category of story, adult. Adult 100%. I'm not one of those people who talks badly about YA at all, but I prefer to read adult and I write adult. Question 4. Are you a plotter, pantser or plantser? Plotter. Plotter all the way. I've tried all of them. Pantsing just doesn't work for me. I get so stuck. I end up writing like 3 words. Doesn't work for my brain, unfortunately. I guess I could be a plantser sometimes depending on the story, but I'm mostly a plotter. Are you a self-published, published or yet to be published author? Yet to be published. I'd like to be trad published. I'm not one of those people who thinks that all self-published books are bad. I don't think that at all. There's some fantastic self-published work out there. But the reality of it is that in order to be successful in self-publishing, you have to have quite a bit of money. Unless you're this amazingly skilled person who can edit their own work as if they're not the writer of it, and who's really good at graphic design for a cover, and you're really good at marketing without having to pay for ads. I don't have the money to self-publish. I also heard, this was quite a while ago so it might be different now, but I heard that in order to be successful in self-publishing, you have to be the kind of writer who can churn out books fast, and I am not that kind of writer, unfortunately. What publishing company, literary agent and or printing company are you represented by or use? If you're not yet published, what is your dream publishing house and or literary agent? I don't have one. I don't think that's the best idea in the world to have a dream publisher or literary agent. The dream is to be trad published, that's it. That's all I can say there, really. Oh my god, my arm is dying. There. we're going to have to swap sides. Ooh, this angle's kind of better anyway. Although the lighting is completely different, I do apologise for that. What Authortube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? Well, NaNoWriMo's approaching. I am participating, but in a bit of a rebel kind of way. I'll get into that at another time. So there's going to be some NaNoWriMo stuff. Yeah, I will say right now, you're not going to see any advice videos or anything like that, because who am I to give advice? You won't be seeing any of that. I might at some point talk about my process if you're interested in it, but not in a this is what you should do kind of way, just in a this is what I do kind of way. Writing vlogs, I guess. Discussion videos about stuff going on in publishing, maybe. Maybe some booktubey stuff, I don't know, I haven't quite decided about that yet. But yeah, whatever I decide to do, really. I just want to document my writing process in a way that I can look back on. And that was a stupid sentence. Any kind of documenting of the writing process you can look back on. You know what I'm trying to say. When did you start writing? I can't remember. I remember when I was really young, I started writing a book about an alien who somehow ended up on Earth. I must have been really young. I don't know, I've always been very imaginative. When I was a kid, to like fall asleep, I would kind of close my eyes in bed, obviously, and daydream stories and stuff until I fell asleep. It wasn't usually original stories, it was usually original characters in stories that already existed. But yeah, I don't know, since I've been writing since I was very, very young. What was the first story you ever wrote? I think I answered that just then, that thing about the alien, but I don't think I ever finished it. Yeah. Either that or maybe something in school that I don't remember, if we wrote stories in school, which I'm sure we did. What authors have inspired your writing the most? Patrick Rothfuss. 100%. If you have not read The Kingkiller Chronicle, I recommend you do if you are a fan of character-driven stories. If you are not a fan of character-driven stories, you probably won't enjoy it. If you're a fan of character-driven stories and beautiful prose, and if you like fantasy, obviously, read The Kingkiller Chronicle. Oh, and if you don't mind reading an unfinished series that hasn't had a book out in like 10 years or something, it will be finished. I have faith that it will be finished, and if you're one of those people who's mean about Pat online because he hasn't finished yet, don't be that person. Writers don't owe you writing, artists don't owe you art. Even if it never gets finished, it doesn't matter. I'm going on a tangent now, I'm sorry. Do you schedule your writing seasons or simply get to writing whenever you can find the time? It's more whenever I can find the time, to be honest. And especially recently, I haven't been the kind of person that stays in one job a lot or stays in one place a lot. I've been moving about a lot and stuff, so my schedule's been constantly changing, so really it is more whenever I have the time. I do try to write every day though. I don't always, but I try. Do you type on a computer, typewriter, write everything out by hand, or use a blend of those? I write on my laptop. I use Scrivener. I do, when I'm in like the planning stages, sometimes I do enjoy a good old notebook, but primarily I type on a laptop. What are you most looking forward to now that you're a part of Authortube? I need writer friends. I literally have none. None at all. I have a few people on Facebook who I've known throughout my life who write, but they're not people I know, particularly well, and I'm far too awkward to just message them like, hi, can we talk about writing? So yeah, I need to make author friends. If you are a writer, please comment and say hi, because I need people to talk about writing with who aren't my mum. I talk to my mum about writing a lot, and she's like, yeah. And I think it annoys her sometimes. I don't know. I'm not very good with social cues. Sometimes I can't tell. I'm just trying to think if there's anything. That's the last question, by the way. I'm just trying to think if there's anything that I could add to this that isn't a question, but that belongs in a kind of introduction video. Oh, my name. My name's Maddie. Hi. I'm 24. I'm from England. Yeah. But yeah, please comment to say hi. Like the video, please, because Authortube is definitely growing. I think there are more and more Authortube Newbie Tags that are coming out, so I guess a like will help it be seen. I don't know. Yeah. Bye. Oh god.